Western world has become more and more driven by materialistic ideas of happiness that have driven away from traditional ideas such as love and family, friends, you name it. While I sat in my room more and more, I started to think about this idea of happiness and more so my own happiness. What is it that brings me happiness and what fulfills me? It's a question that we all have on a day-to-day basis, but I feel like we neglect. I think it's important to bring some sort of insight into this, so I took it upon myself to grab my camera, get out of my bed, go outside, and find the answer. So the first question is, what makes you happy?
Oh,
I'll pick you.
what makes me happy? What makes me happy?
Greg's.
Greg's.
Yeah,
For sure. And why does Greg's make you happy?
because Greg's pizza's a leg. Yeah.
Going for a walk, listening to music, kind of just like
Learning new stuff, like understanding stuff, and more like
experiences or like what I bring in. Like you said, music. There's small things, but I bring it into my own life.
Are you having a terrible day and then this one thing just makes it a nice day?
Me, duh.
Yeah.
Duh.
Are you two together?
No, he's gay and I'm just emotionally unavailable.
Okay. Is there anything in your life right now that you feel like you could add to it to make you more happy, or
People are scared to admit, but money. I don't care. Money is where it's at.
Money,
why is
not men, because men lie to you and money doesn't lie to you.
I feel like financially, obviously, yeah, 'cause I'm a uni student right now, and probably just like people that are around me.
First question is, what makes you happy?
Without thinking hard, family and money.
I think we downplay the notion that money buys happiness just so we can sound more humble and pristine. But let's cut the crap. Money does buy happiness to a certain extent when you know how to use it.
You can invest in yourself. You can invest in like your friends, your family, with money, with experiences, all that. What do you need? Money to all of it. People are afraid to admit it, but it's true.
Because money is freedom, and you don't want to flex that freedom by yourself. You want someone to be with. First people I would share that freedom is with my family.
Like, flying on a jet alone, essentially, flying on a private jet,
Yeah.
on your ones, you want to bring your whole family with you onto the jet.
For sure. They are the ones I had to grind with,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And even though friends are still family, actually friends are included.
Yeah,
They can
literally.
hop in this, of course.
Yeah, man, bring them all onto the jet, man.
Yeah, if there's 11 seats in it.
Yeah. So, respect, bro. I appreciate
sir.
that. Do you think money buys happiness?
To an extent, yeah. I don't think it buys complete happiness, but I think it's a good step forward.
money can get you things that'll make you happy, but money isn't exactly happiness.
I don't think money can buy happiness in any way. I think it can do more stuff, so you're more busy, but you won't be more happy. Being happy kind of relies on yourself, less about the money or the people around you. You're just at a base unhappy because you're doing things that don't make you happy. Money's not gonna solve that.
You see, a tool isn't always bad because it can be, but it delivers its result depending on the person that is wielding it. Someone who's wielding a chainsaw could use a chainsaw to really cut your neck open and do some damage, but they're not going to do that. Normally, someone who's using a chainsaw is using it for mechanical purposes if it's the right person behind the chainsaw. It always has to be the right person behind the tool in order to make the tool work in the right way. Instead of trying to incite fear within these things that can help towards happiness, we should instead try to understand it and learn how to handle it. I think the best way that we can make use of our money is buying experiences. Buying experiences with your friends, taking care of them, even your friends and family, so your experiences and memories can be even better and sharper. From then, the money integrates with that happiness in a very, very healthy way. Yeah. First question is, what makes you happy?
Probably that all these experiences, good or bad, are shared with my brothers. So
anyone close to me, just seeing them do great things, or us doing great things together, or just people being together in general, a community, rather than a divide. Really, I think that's probably the most that makes me happy.
even though there's dark times, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Like, it's more so the end goal. Even though I might not be happy now, what makes me happy is knowing that in the future, things will be better.
Why do you think like you two's connection makes you happy?
Because we both went through the same shit in high school. Yeah, wasn't fun.
A lot of different people,
Yeah.
Taking advantage of us and shit.
But no, that sounds awful. No, not like that.
It's genuine.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is, man. We got Greg's and we got
Friends,
man.
money, people, and we hate men.
here.
I mean, he doesn't. He doesn't, but I do.
For sure. For sure.
I think maybe because I'm from a mother, maybe like I was surrounded growing up by people that were just always helping or doing stuff to help other people or trying to be a community. Like even from me being Zimbabwean, like even from gatherings, like everybody's actually together. Like it's a whole big thing. You're coming together to do something great, and I think that's why.
Do you think there's anything that is missing right now that could make you more happy, or is like
Sometimes time. I feel like a lot of people take time for granted. Certain moments can literally be a memory forever. Whereas like if you take advantage of your time, you know, your memories can feel a lot more happier, less bittersweet, and even more appreciated.
in this day and age we take time for granted too many times. Instead of actually approaching that goal that you want to approach, you know, starting a business that you wanted to start, you spend too much time overthinking it, and that time rolls by quicker than ever. Before you know it, you're now 40 and you're looking back at your 20s like, where did the time go? Filled with regret and resentment within yourself.
We all have like minimal time in ourselves with the people that we meet, so we should really take care and take advantage of the time that we have.
Being grateful for the time you have on this earth is a jewel, because you really don't know when your time's up. You don't know when you're gonna pass. You don't know when your friend's gonna pass. Making use of the time that you have with every single person and the time you have with yourself is important. Are you gonna make a stamp on this earth, or are you gonna sit down and do nothing? It's something that you gotta ask yourself every day in and day out, because you don't know when you're gonna go to sleep and not wake up. This got a lot darker than I thought it would. Sorry.
To be 100% honest,
Everyone.
a child, if I'm being honest, a child. Even though, you know, you get me, I feel like there's a lot of planning that goes into reproduction and actually creating someone that is you. I don't know if I would say it's everybody's purpose in it. Let me not be inconsiderate to say that, but I feel like you get a sense of completion to your soul when you've given something to create someone new that is part of you. One thing I'd say maybe is missing.
For sure. Respect. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, man. Why does that make you happy?
Why? That's a question. I don't know, to be fair. I think it's just like, for example, friends and family can provide you company. So if other people are happy, it's kind of like a contagious thing. Because with like music, it can be a thing of just feeling peace, all that.
I would say feeling as well. It's either passion or love in terms of what I feel about like happy for. Passion, love, comfort, etc.
I think main form of media that works for me is like films. And there's like themes and like an underlying message in a film that really like speaks to me. Even if I don't understand the cinematography of the stuff, even if I don't understand all of that like extra shenanigans, it still just makes me happy watching a film, coming to my own conclusion, and then like either I can read up online or see what's happening, and that just brings me more joy than a lot of other things as well.
If you could add something onto your life to make you more happy, what would that be?
I think that would be religion.
Religion.
I'd like to be a better Muslim as it goes, you know, just become more like, not really become more holier, but just practice more, learn more about my religion.
Just having a good time and make like you happy, you know?
That's it.
That's like the sole thing of happiness.
You know what makes me happy, bro?
Go on. Thanks.
The main thing I got from this video is that you can really be happy with anything. You can appreciate anything and the little things. You know, you saw that sunset when you walked home from work because you started work at 9 a.m. You didn't start work at 6 p.m. That's what gave you the leverage to see that sunset. Whether it's a feature about yourself that you're really proud about, you know, a friend that you're really proud to have, a piece of food that you're very thankful to have within your wardrobe, you know, the bed that you're sleeping on. You know, it's very easy to look past these things, but I found that in this interview, we can be happy about literally anything. Small, from to a cat, to a piece of Greg's, to, you know, anything. As long as that thing brings you happiness, that's valid. I think we put the standard of happiness at such a high pedestal, and we link that towards these high grade items and just think that it's not attainable or it's silly to feel this happiness within these small items. Know that your happiness is true to you. It is only true to you, and through that, anything can really make you happy. Shit, me making this video, even though I'm tired of shit, is making me happy. No. But you know, through all these interviews, I still didn't feel like I was represented in any sort of way. The insight was there and the perspective change was really neat. I must say so myself. It was very refreshing to hear different answers of happiness. But I didn't find anyone that had the same answer to me. It made me feel maybe my happiness is displaced. That was until I met this very, very wise man.
The sense of freedom.
Sense of freedom.
Yeah, that makes me happy.
What is your sense of freedom?
Relax, being able to travel. At times I wish to travel. Yeah. And I mean, like if I want to go to Africa, not locked in by work and bounded by work and them kind of things. I just get up and go. That sense of freedom.
Makes sense. Yeah. The concept of freedom has been there from the dawn of time, and for someone like myself that has been talking about freedom for a very hot minute, it's something that intrigued me and made me very interested. From the Israelites being led through the Red Sea, through slavery, and a lot more things of that nature. And in the modern world, it's even more confusing because we limit ourselves and our concept of freedom, and we normally jeopardize our own morals and values to chase this freedom. I know for myself, I indulged in a lot of things within my youth that I shouldn't have done because I felt like that was going to get me to a sense of freedom. Why does that make you happy?
Yeah, there's no strain, no hold on me. I mean, I've got no self-boundaries. My mind ain't trapped up in the usual day-to-day things that people got to go work. You know, work, don't get me wrong, but then because it's agency, you work, and I don't live anywhere, I'm homeless.
Yeah.
So, and I do work, you know what I mean? I'm an artist as well.
You know, for the people watching, because there's going to be a lot of young people watching, what do you think someone should do to like get to that freedom in their early youth? What do you think their mindset should be like?
Like say at school you get trapped, normal run of the mill, innit? As an artist and as a human being in general, I mean, the world is open to anybody that has that creative and collective mind, you know what I mean? I mean, obviously there's money, you got to think about money as well. There's open roads out there, because money is not about doing hard work. Money is about going where money is and then traveling at will and choosing your life as you wish it to be gravitated around. I mean, what area, what work ethics you want to be gravitated around.
So essentially using the money to like as a resource, a tool for your freedom, basically.
In a sense, yeah, money in this society, money is always going to have to be, it's going to be there, you know what I mean? But it's going where money is, you know what I mean? Okay, money could be in hard work. You want to get up every morning, go and work in a packing and doing whatever you're doing in the shops and stuff like that, you know what I mean, or warehouses. But there's other ways where there's money, you know what I mean? Obviously writing, so, you can have a book online, selling clothes online, because people call it drop shipping and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
A lot of hustling, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And it's just choosing and designing your life from school, you know what I mean? Because you don't have to get out of school to be able doing them things, you know what I mean? Yeah. A lot of people might sell things in school, go and buy cheap sweetie and bring them to school and sell them and make a bit, you know what I mean? Like I say, entrepreneurship, it's a black thing. It's a thing what everybody else gravitates around. What black people do, everybody wants to do. And that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? The fashion, the styles, where you wear your trousers, where people wear their shirts, their hats, hairstyles, you know what I mean? You got the David Beckham with the plaits and all them kind of thing there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Hearing this man speak and what he had to say about, you know, creativity and how creativity, you should stay true to yourself, and you know, that's where the true freedom lies. It was very refreshing. I'm a firm believer that money can be a tool for you to really reach the resources that you need in order to get your vision to a certain state. But I believe that the happiness and the freedom comes from the result. You know, you can use the money, you can use these tools that you have to your dispense for the wrong things, and that's when you can get twisted and you can get very lost. At that point, it's time to ask, was that happiness even worth it? Was all those long nights of doing those things that you're not proud of worth it? The ability to wake up every day and be happy and at peace with what you're doing is an underestimated thing. You can wake up sleeping on the floor and still be at peace with yourself, but you can also wake up on a king-size bed and be at war with yourself. And that comes from the actions that you're doing day to day. Know what I mean? How you're using your money, how you're using your influence. That's what brings you happiness, in my opinion. In this video, you know, the interviews, everyone I interviewed kind of nailed that down to a T. It confirmed my ideas, and I hope it confirmed something for you too. It's Men's TV, back with 900 Thoughts. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'm out.